This is a brief video demonstration of the new Restmor Accushield staff sign-in kiosk that we're beginning to implement at the staff entrance for all of the COVID-19 pre-screening that's required each and every time that we come to work for every shift. So you can sign in manually, but also later we're going to show you how you can sign in much easier and quicker using a mobile app. But if we're coming up to the kiosk, we just hit sign in. You'll see a welcome screen, and then when you're asked to sign in, you're always going to select at the bottom Community Staff. So every employee is in the system registered by the mobile number as it's in OnShift and Paycom. If you don't have a mobile phone number registered with Restmor, we use your landline phone. This will never be anything that contacts you per se. It's just a way for you to be able to log into the system. So I've created a sample account here with a mobile number. Now the first time you sign in, it's going to ask you to set up, it's going to be one extra screen asking you to set up a 4-digit PIN, and that can be any number that you want. I just selected the last 4 numbers of this phone number. So after I put in my PIN, it's going to ask just 2 questions, and it's the same questions as they would have appeared on the paper screening form that we're used to using. The first is regarding any symptoms: fever, new or worsening cough, shortness of breath, sore throat, chills, muscle pain, new or unusual headache, or new loss of taste or smell. I'm going to say no. Second question is about close contact with a person with COVID-19 or COVID-like illness in the last 14 days. I'll say no. The next screen just asks to confirm those responses. And then you see it sets up to be able to take your screen with a thermometer that is attached to the top of the kiosk. So I'm going to scoot up towards the device, center my face as it's outlined there on the kiosk, and hit scan. It takes the temperature. I click next, and I'm signed in. Now I'm going to quickly show you what happens if you were to answer yes to any of those questions. So I'm going to sign out of that account really briefly. You don't have to worry about signing out because you'll automatically be signed out and timed out after a certain amount of time. This is just for checking in, but just quickly I'm going to sign out. And I'm signed out. So now I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to answer yes to one of those questions. Okay, I'm going to say that I do have one of those symptoms, but no contact with anyone else. I confirm that. I take my temperature, and I click next. Now watch what pops up. It pops up an alert: please step outside the staff entry door and wait for assistance. A supervisor has been contacted and will soon arrive to give you further instructions. So that will send an alert to the supervisor phone number as well as some other designated numbers to notify them, just like the current live screener would be calling someone to tell them that someone had answered yes to a question. And then it goes back to the home screen. Now, I would highly recommend downloading the Accushield mobile app. Actually, I just got the notification that someone answered yes to one of the questions. So if you download the Accushield mobile app and you put in your mobile number and your PIN, it's going to assign you and see and recognize that you're part of Apostolic Christian Restmor community. So I click next, and you'll notice that the sign-in screen here is very similar to this. So if I click sign in, and you could do this as you're walking into work or on your way, ask the same screening questions: no, no, and confirm. And then it gives you a QR code to scan when you arrive, and this code is good for up to 1 hour, I believe, so that you can do it at home before you make the trip in. But when you arrive, just below there's a little table on the kiosk, and you just hold up the QR code to that, and it automatically asks for your temperature. And I'm signed in. There was, I don't think you could see it there, but there was about a 3-second timer to make sure that you got your temperature, and I didn't have to touch a thing, completely contactless. And that is going to save you a lot of time when you come in to sign in for work. So if you have any questions, please let us know. Thank you.